Hey Arch Grants, this is David Chopin. I am a 2019 Arch Grants applicant for my application called HOOT. And what HOOT does is it's showing people everything that's going on in their community. It's giving them a snapshot of everything that's going on around them at any given time. So I'm actually simulating Friday, March 30th at 9:30 p.m. right now, just because that is a time that there's more events going on in St. Louis. So it's populating our map a little bit better than, say, Wednesday, I guess the 20, what is it? The 27th at 9:40, which is when I'm actually recording this. There wouldn't be too much populating the map. So I am simulating this Friday actually. But as you can see here, this is just a map showing everything that's going on in the area around me. So that little blue dot is my location. I'm actually at T-Rex right now. But all of these annotations are just showing everything that's going on in my area. So red pins actually are showing social events that are going on in my area. You'll see a blue pin down at the bottom. I'll dive into that a little bit later here. But all of these red events are social events that are going on in the area around me for that simulated time. And the image on each pin kind of says the subcategory that we're looking at. So for example, if we look up here, sort of near Ferguson, we'll see there are those two theatrical masks on this pin. And that's indicating to us that this is a play. This is a theatrical event that's going on. It's going on at UMSL. So if we go ahead and click on it, we'll see that it is in fact a play. And it gives us all the information. You can get directions, share the event on Facebook, see start, end time, all of that. If we zoom out, we'll see there's also a number of concerts going on downtown. So if I click on this, it'll give me information about some sort of concert that's going on downtown. So if I wanted to only see certain events that are going on around me at any given time, for example, plays, we have this filter option up top. And what this allows us to do is there's a number of different post categories that each post has associated with it. For example, this is the job tab. We have commerce and social, which is most of what you're seeing on the map. So if we go ahead and navigate to plays, you'll see that at the bottom there. If I go ahead and add that to my filter, you'll see that only plays are being displayed to me now. So if I wanted to, on Friday night, only see what plays are going on in the area, I can filter by plays and I instantly have a snapshot of all the plays that are going to be going on at that time. And if I remove that filter, it just shows me all of the events again. And this works with multiple things. So if I wanted to only see concerts, which there are a lot of, and plays, you'll see that it's now only filtering for concerts and plays that are going on in the area around me. So this is kind of a basic example of how or what the app aims to accomplish, and that is to give a snapshot to users of everything going on in their community around them. And it's not just social events. So if we clear out the filter here, so here's this blue annotation that I mentioned earlier. So blue annotations actually show job opportunities. And so we actually have a business down here who is promoting their business through the app. They're saying if you come in and mention the application, they will give you 15% off of auto body work. So this is an example of how businesses will kind of use it to leverage their own business. So I guess this is an example of the cars that he's worked on in the past. But we can go to his profile, and this gives us all the information about the person who posted it. And we see that Frank is actually marketing manager for Mike's Collision Repair. And so he is leveraging the app to promote his own business. But that can also be done through social events as well. For example, if a bar had some sort of special going on, they could promote their bar's special. Maybe it's half price off wings, beer, something like that. It would get the word out to people within the community. And there's also a commercial, which will give you things like grand openings, yard sales. If over the summer I wanted to only see yard sales going on in the area, I would filter by yard sales, and it would only show me the yard sales going on. So you can quickly see how this can provide quite a bit of utility to the people that are using the application, both on the posting side, businesses promoting their events, people looking for job opportunities, things like that, and on the user side, whenever they want an idea of what to do for the night out, they can just open up the application and get a good idea. And so there's actually also chat that's facilitated within the application. For example, if I wanted to message Frank, I could go ahead and navigate to his profile and message him. You'll see I've already sent him a message, but so this is just an example of how the application also facilitates chat to connect the people who are posting and the people who are interested in the posts that have been posted. So everything that's being showed to me on the map right now is actually all happening at one moment in time. This is everything that's going on March 30th at about 9:30 p.m. There's no way for me to manipulate the map to show different times. This is always just showing what's going on at the user's exact moment when they open the map up. But there is an option to navigate further and back in time to see what's going to be going on in the future. So, if I open up the calendar tab, today's Wednesday, so this is showing me events that are going on Thursday, March 28th. You'll see everything listed on 12 a.m. are actually events that have been going on from the day before. You'll see this event actually started on June 9th of 2018 and is going all the way until late spring of 2019. But if we scroll down to 9 a.m., we'll see that on 9 a.m. On Thursday, which is tomorrow, there is a Jefferson Barracks Telephone Museum, as well as the Science Center is actually hosting a guitar showcase. I'm sure you've seen posts for that all over downtown. So I could navigate to any day, say early May. I just want to know what's going on May 4th for whatever reason. I can just click on May 4th, and it's showing me all of the scheduled events within a 20-mile radius of my current location. So, say May 4th, I wanted to bring someone out at 7 p.m. I wanted to get a date idea. I just go to Saturday, May 4th, look at 7 p.m., and I see that there's this play going on. This might be a good idea for me. And another thing is, with future events, I can actually set an alert so that it reminds me both 6 hours and 1 hour before the event occurs, just so that I never forget. And I can, of course, remove this alert as well. But this is just an example of how the app can be used not only for exact moments of time, but if I'm wanting to look further down the road, plan dates out, do other things like that, I can always go to any moment in time and see everything that's going on in the area around me. So another thing you can do is, if we go to my profile, you can see all the posts that I've made, but I'm also following a number of people, right? So you'll see Mizzou events, St. Louis music, St. Louis Community College events, as well as Webster events. And so since I'm following those people, I can actually create a news feed, or I can view a news feed of all of their events that are going on. So if I open up the news feed here, it gives me, on each day, it's showing all of the events that have been posted by the people that I'm following. So Wednesday, March 27th, that's today. Let's say I want to know what is going on this Saturday, but only posts that have been made by people that I'm following. I simply scroll down to Saturday, March 30th, and I can click on this event here. I'm following Webster University events, so this Webster softball event, which has been posted by Webster Events, is populating my feed. This way, only relevant things are being shown to me. Another example is I follow St. Louis music events, which is actually posting all of these concerts that you see. So if I click on this, you'll see that this is actually an event that's been posted by St. Louis Music. So this is just another example of how the application provides utility to users by allowing them to follow people that are relevant to them and just instantly get a feed generated of things going on that have been posted by only the people that they care to see. So the last thing I'd like to demonstrate is how users of my app can actually create new posts for other people to see. So I'm no longer simulating on March 30th at 9:30 p.m. This is real time now. This is Wednesday morning at about 10 a.m. So you'll see the map is much less populated, as you would expect on a Wednesday morning. But if you look at the very bottom, you'll see that there's a new tab, which I can click on. And this is actually how we create the information for a new post that we want to populate. There are two ways I can choose a location. I can either click on the bottom right, which will take me to my current location, which is T-Rex. I could always go into the search bar and type in T-Rex as well, which you'll see pulls up the same location. But for this demonstration, I'm going to go ahead and go to the Science Center. It's a little bit further away. And say the Science Center was having a fundraiser. They could go ahead and type in fundraiser and add that to one of the categories for their post. Say it's also a party, just to demonstrate that you can attach multiple categories per post. And what this does is when people filter the map for parties, it'll show this event. When they filter for fundraisers, it will also show the event. So you can add as many categories as you like as long as it's relevant to the actual post that you're creating. So now that we have our categories set, we need to get the post details. Event name is going to be Science Center Party, and we're going to say some description. And we're going to set the start time just to a minute from the current time, just so I can show you guys. And let's say it goes till 5:21 p.m. And the max duration is 30 days, so I could conceivably set it to be that long, but this is just a party, so it's not going to last 30 days. If it were some sort of business special, it could last that long, conceivably, and that's the reason why we allow people to post it for that long. And I could also add photos. Each user is allowed up to 5 photos per post that they create. And just underneath that, you see it renames the categories, just so I'm sure that I'm actually categorizing my posts in the correct way. I'll go ahead and submit this event, and it should populate on the map. You might not have seen it, but that's because the Science Center is having multiple events going on now. This showcase is actually the guitar showcase they're having going on. But if you look at the post next to that, that's actually the post that we just created. And you'll see all the relevant info is there. Science Center Party, it's a party category. There's some description associated with it. It gives you the start and end time. If there were photos, those would be shown to you. But if I want to know how to get to this place, I can go ahead and click on Get Directions, and this will let me either get printed steps or turn-by-turn navigation. Click on Printed Steps, and it shows me all the things I need to do to get to the Science Center. And that's either by driving, biking, or walking. It'll show you all of those. And I can save these to my camera roll, which is what I just did. Or I can also get those turn-by-turn directions, like I said. And so this will navigate you directly from T-Rex to the Science Center. Typical turn-by-turn navigation. I can, of course, delete the event, which I'll demonstrate in a second here, or I can share my post on Facebook if I like. And this actually links with our web application that we have set up, so that whenever users click on the event on a friend's Facebook post, it takes them to our web application and pulls that event up. But this event isn't actually going on, so I'm going to go ahead and delete it. And you'll see that it's no longer there.